this bookshop's been open since like 1928. My husband and I own Inkwell and Brew, which is back behind there. So for years we've told Paula, who's in her 80s, we said if you ever want to retire, we'd love the chance to reunite those businesses because it was originally started by her and her daughter. A lot of coffee shops have paper, stationery, cards, everything that we sell over there. Well, she took us up on that offer. So we closed on buying the business from her in September. And for a month, we planned this opening celebration, right? We were going to celebrate Paula as being this woman entrepreneur and this like legend in the town. She's amazing. So we were going to celebrate her and do our opening. So I drive into work that day to get it open and set it up. We had food here, all kinds of stuff. But it looked like the apocalypse outside. And so the mayor comes down. We do the ribbon cutting at 11 o'clock. 11:44, the first mandatory evac notice went out. By 12:30, we had everything shut up. Everybody's hightailing it out of town. I mean, it was just like, so now the joke is we opened and closed. And so, so that's our funny story with the evacuation. I mean, obviously we're back open now. Everything's great. We all got super lucky, but talk about like a weird time to buy a new business. This one, City of Brass. Strong female lead, but Egypt.
Oh, okay.
In Middle Eastern legend. Was on. So that, I'm like, oh, you've got Dune, which is like super fantasy world, like just off the top of my head. I mean, you went from, if you say on a weekend you might average like $1,200 in sales on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday busy weekend, and then maybe midweek like 500 is kind of our break-even point. If we hit 500, we know we can pay everybody, pay all of the bills. So those are the numbers I keep in my head. And then we went to $0 for 11 days. And so, there's definitely a loss that happened. But since this is a new business for us, it's hard to be like, well, I lost exactly 20%. But I will say that, for the 11 days that we were closed, we lost 100%. And then since reopening, what's great is there's such a loyal following of folks that people came in and got books or ordered more books. People know that we've been... you've got a pandemic and then the fires and then the evacuation. And so it's like, okay, we're going to come and buy books for Christmas for people this year. So that's helpful. And we're hoping that with the Christmas buying season, it'll offset those 11 days.
So you said that there were firefighters from even like different states coming?
There was Utah, Idaho, Wyoming. Denver sent theirs.
Mm-hmm. Is there like a local fire station that you guys have?
It's volunteer, yeah. But they couldn't handle it.
Of course, yeah.
I remember the Friday before evacuation, so like a week before evac, things got a little dicey with the Cameron Peak fire. And I was standing here with this woman, Claudia, and she's like, it's okay, I live on that side of town. I'm fine, but I said, we just need to close. Everybody needs to go home and just make sure that we're ready. Nobody was expecting the East Troublesome fire. So half of my staff lived over that way. Sorry, my mask keeps falling off. Half of my staff live on that side of town. So all of a sudden, the people that we weren't worried about, we were, oh my gosh, they're going to lose everything. What are we going to do? I own a bookshop. This is very flammable. The building, if you look around, it's from 1928. And it's an icon in town. So, like, how do you... Obviously, we were like, we'll rebuild whatever. It'll be okay. We will continue on after that. We're mountain strong. But how do you rebuild, like, a log cabin home from 1928 and replace a historic icon? Like, that was really hard for me to wrap my mind around and just wrap my mind around, like, not knowing what was going to happen.